let me tell you something about it. So please, let's continue. Okay, what is this topic about? I have a short paragraph that it said, EFL students come across phrasal verb and find themselves amazed and disappointed by this peculiar structure, and you need to look up these phrases in order to understand the intended meaning. Learners usually recognize the meaning of the verb. However, the action suggested by the verb doesn't go along with the associated object or the surrounding context. Okay, this research was focused from the EFL English students that where they prefer use phrasal verbs or compound verbs instead of use single words like single verbs. For example, pick up like take. So this purpose is to identify which group of students use more compound verb or phrasal verbs instead of use single verbs. Okay, continue with the next. We have the methodology. We select the participants where 82 EFL English students where native language is Spanish participated in the study. The participants were divided in two groups, intermediate and advanced English learners. 82 participants, students that heard their native language is Spanish, right? They were the participants and were divided into groups. As the information said, we divided as intermediate and advanced English learner. The instruments we use a task. The task was multiple choice. Were 4 options that the multiple choice has. Okay. Questions examine the participants' perform for choosing phrasal verbs over single word verbs. Meaning, in the instruments we use 4 options. 2 were correct and 2 were not correct. But from these 4 options, it was 1 single verb that it was correct and 1 phrasal verb that it was correct. This means that the participants in the task they were select one from the sentence. If for the single verb it was the correct, they were select. If not, they were select the phrasal verb. Okay. Then we have the analysis. Well, the alternative hypothesis in this study states that the mean of the intermediate group is not equal to the mean of the advanced group. In other words, what this means? Okay, the null hypothesis states that the mean of the intermediate group is equal to the mean of the advanced group. As in the example we have, the intermediate group is not equal as advanced group, and the null hypothesis said that intermediate group is not equal to the advanced group. In addition, as a second language research study, the conventional level of significance alpha is 0.05, and it was set as a statistical significance for this study. Well, the null hypothesis is proved, and the alternative hypothesis is rejected if the means of the two groups are not equal. But what are those dates? Okay, we have there as a result that the null hypothesis was proved in the study. But why? Because if we can see the chart, the mean and the proportion, sorry, the mean, it's not equal to the advanced and intermediate group. We in the advanced group we have 16.4, and intermediate group we have 16.6. They are not equal. So for this purpose, we choose and we select that the null hypothesis is the correct for this investigation because they are not equal. The means and the proportion we have in the proportion 49.16, and for the advanced group, and for the intermediate group we have 15%. So they are not equal. So for this purpose we select the null hypothesis and we prove the null hypothesis because the mean and the proportion, they are not equal. And we can see in the graphic the proportion we have for the advanced group, it's 49.60 as I told you, and we have for the intermediate group we have 50% exactly. This is for the proportion. And for the mean we have 16.4 and 16.6. This is for the mean. That was that they are not equal and we have to prove the null hypothesis. In the discussion, okay, as it turned out, the alternative hypothesis was rejected and the null hypothesis was proved. In other words, the mean of the advanced group were not equal, as I told you, to the intermediate group. The calculation of z-test showed that there were differences between the performance of the intermediate group and the advanced group, and you notice that the difference 16.4 and 16.6. The difference was short, but it is a difference. So we cannot accept the alternative hypothesis because they are not equal. So as a conclusion, we have to conclude this study affirmed that the performance of intermediate English students is way better than the advanced group. However, it is definitely awesome how new beginners are stepping up their games and having a great attitude toward English phrasal verbs. Sorry about the true reality, but this is our research. We investigate if the advanced or the intermediate groups using more phrasal verbs instead of single verbs. But this is the reality, and we conclude that the advanced group use less phrasal verbs in their writing, and the intermediate group use more phrasal verbs instead of use single verbs. This is our research. I hope you like and can comprehend all of them. Or to end my participation, this is a short reflection. It is for you, teacher, that you every day learn and teach something good. So this is all for my part. Thank you and have a nice day.